What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for jumping in to this video today. My name is Danny Coldblood, aka MusicVidiot, and I have a very amazing video for you guys all today. I am going to show off how Rockstar did it to us again. They put stuff in the game as basically a foreshadow of what they were going to come out with later, and the Gunrunning DLC proves that they did it again. First of all, let's start by looking at this sign. It says import and export on it, and this has been there since day one, and import and export DLC came way later. It also says Mr. X on the sign, so that is pretty crazy. I wonder if that's connected to the Chiliad mural in any way. What I'm going to show you guys today is a connection that Rockstar did with a outside source from a movie, and also one of their ways of foreshadowing what was to come in the game as well. So it's kind of cool the way that they did this. And as many of you already probably know, this area is directly tied with the Rocketeer. The hangar is practically the same looking hangar that's in the Rocketeer. The airplane that is in the Rocketeer, that duster, it's the same one that flies around over here. Okay, same color, same style, everything. So there's a lot of connections to the Rocketeer, and not only that, in another area of the game, more specifically the barbershops, we have another connection to the Rocketeer. When looking at the picture that's over on the wall, we can see it says Vinewoodland, and that is the same way it is in the Rocketeer. So that is directly taken and used from that movie. There's so many connections to the Rocketeer, and I do believe that it's ultimately pretty much showing us a big clue that there is a jetpack to achieve, and that's basically what a lot of people think solving the Chiliad Mystery is going to give them, at least for in single player mode. I believe that there's separate Easter eggs. There's two different murals. There's a Chiliad mural and a city mural, perfectly in line. I believe there is two different solvings, okay? There's something for us online, and there's something for us in single player when we solve it. And so far, everything seems to point towards Trevor. As you see, Trevor is wearing almost the same clothes as the Rocketeer did. He's the only one that can get that jacket that's basically the same jacket as the Rocketeer, and he's the only one that can do certain missions which lead into the whole foreshadowing situation that I'm going to bring up for you all today. From day one, since the day that this game came out, we have had the buggy over here, which is a huge connection to Rockstar's past, and we have had the plane in the hangar. And when you go on the map, we can see that these are missions for Trevor. There's the arms trafficking ground, and there is the arms trafficking air. Now, this is very, very interesting, guys, because it is connected to exactly what we are getting in online, and something even more suspicious. I cannot wait to see what you guys think of all this. And if you haven't seen my video, Rockstar Secrets and Easter Eggs, then I definitely recommend you guys check it out. I'll put it in the description so you guys can go ahead and click on the link and watch the video, because it is directly associated with everything that we can do here as Trevor, as well as what we're getting online. And it is directly associated with a lot of links to Rockstar's past. So all you mystery hunters, if you haven't checked that out, you definitely want to do so. We also have at this location the Jack Sheep. Okay, it says Jack Sheep servicing tri-manifold R-108, and we know that this, when we segregate it and rearrange it, we get jetpack confirmed. Now, it's very suspicious that Trevor's also the one that does the missions over at the Altruist camp, right? And there's also a horned-headed animal that's similar to the one that we see here in the picture over at the Altruist camp's cave, directly underneath the Altruist camp. So there is a connection there, I do believe. And I want to go ahead and show you guys how Trevor connects to even more of something that Rockstar has done, something that just came out recently that I think you guys are going to love. This is pretty big information, pretty big connection, and Rockstar did it again. They put it right before our eyes and then made it all come true. So let's go ahead and start the mission where it all begins. That is the Stranger and Freaks mission, target practice.
Hey, bud, what you do?
Nothing. What you up to, Cletus?
Hunting.
Hunting what? Retirees?
Nah, just stuff. Windows, antenna. Tires? Vermin? Wanna come hunting with me? It'd be real neighborly of you.
Hell, why not?
All right then, up here with you. I'll introduce you to one of my all-time favorite pastimes. You're gonna love this. Okay, you see them 3 big satellite dishes? A decent shot, and they'll go down easier than a whore's drawers.
So Cletus takes us over here to do some target practicing on some satellite dishes. But if you zoom in on Cletus, you can take a look at his shirt. And it has something on there that's pretty familiar. R-108. Do you guys remember that? From a minute ago, at least? The Jack Sheep sign. The Jetpack confirmed anagram. That's pretty coincidental, is it not? And for those of you that might already know about this, don't worry, I'm not bringing up old information. I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of how this evolved as Rockstar over time with updates through the feature interface. As most of you may know, the new Gunrunning update allows us, for a very expensive price, to update our weapons to Mach 2. As you can see, the weapons are all, the same name with MK2 at the end of it. So, do you guys remember Cletus' shirt? Not only does it say R-108, but also it says MK2. I think it's pretty damn crazy that Cletus is tied, first of all, to the Jetpack confirmed, okay? And then, over time, Rockstar made him also connected to the weapons that we get in an upgraded patch or, DLC within the game online. So that's pretty crazy, and I want to give a big shout out to Xbox user / mystery hunter L.Yaira for bringing this information up to me. So big shout out to him, and if you guys have anything that you want to share or any finds or discoveries of your own, go ahead and definitely get a hold of me. All my information is in the description, so don't hesitate at all. But I just think this is pretty crazy, guys, and I think there's a reason why they select certain characters to utilize their tactics with. You know what I mean? Why Cletus? What's going on with Cletus? I don't really get it, but I'll definitely be doing my own investigations. Let me know if you guys progress in any way with this situation. There's also another connection, alright? Even more, guys, there's more. One last thing with Cletus. Check this out.
Gotta go. I'll send you a text when I'm about.
Remember, the name of the actual Strangers and Freak mission with Cletus is called Target Practice. Well, another thing that we got in the Gunrunning update is our own target practice within our bunkers for the right price, of course. Rockstar. But I just think it's very, very suspicious that another connection is tied to Cletus and the update within the online for Gunrunning. And we all know that Gunrunning is tied directly to Rockstar's past, so if you haven't checked out my video that I mentioned, Rockstar's Secrets and Easter Egg, definitely check that out. It's going to be in the description, so definitely do that, guys, and you'll see how this is really, a very strange situation, to say the very, very least. Before we go, I want to go ahead and bring up one last final thing, my own little, version of what I think Rockstar might be doing in the future. So I'm going to try to call it. I'm going to call it right now. We all know that these are called the Los Santos Air Base Bunkers. For some odd reason, they're not air base bunkers. There's only a couple of them near, landing strips. And the sign does say observe all warning signs, so observe all signs. So I'm observing it, and it doesn't make sense. We have enough stuff to take care of things in the air now with all of the stuff that we were given in Gunrunning. And we do know that in single player we were given the arms trafficking for the ground and for the air. So is that not another clue or another foreshadow by Rockstar that we will get another download for this update, a part 2 of the Gunrunning, and maybe we'll get air vehicles? I think it's definitely possible. The bottom of that sign says stop at sentry, and sentry means to watch or a guard, and we don't have a watch or a guard at our bunkers. And when you look into Sentry, it's derived from the word sentinel. And we know that Michael's wife drives a sentinel. And I go ahead and bring you guys different videos from time to time all about the rare cars and the different meanings of different cars and why they're connected to the mystery. So if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely do so, because it'll make a little bit more sense on why the sentinel is placed right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it, guys, because I do think that this is a big fat slam dunk from Rockstar saying foreshadow motherfucker once again. And since we're gonna call things out right now, let's go ahead and end the video with Trevor, because he is the one dressed like the Rocketeer. He is the one connected to the jetpack and all the other things connected to the jetpack. Alright, let's make Trevor call the jetpack number and see if anyone answers. If you guys want to go ahead and try it yourselves, the number is 1999 jetpack. And one last final thought. When looking at this sign that Rockstar gave us, okay, that eventually turned into a DLC for import and export, it says contact Mr. X. Who is Mr. X? And what is his phone number? Maybe he is the one behind the jetpack phone number, guys. We do have X's on the mural, and there is the jetpack guy on the mural, so maybe there is a connection that we don't see yet. I'd like to thank you guys all for jumping in. So without any further ado, let's call the number, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video or broadcast. Take it easy, ta-ta, and as mother fucking always. Peace!
We're not here. Call back later.